Special Event Alert.
Get off your back and grab your cack, or else you will be late for changeover, your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by Mr. History, Eric Perrott.
Woo! We're at it again tonight. I'm excited.
And our sick man in the closet, Jake Wall.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah,
sick.
very much so. We're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to the other lower branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh, because
Late for Changeover is rocking it from the mountain to the space coast.
If I could do the old Muppet thing, you know.
Jake's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
all right.
No, I like those guys, those Muppets. That might have been the Theraflu talking, but
Yeah, well, that's
fine.
good. Keep that pumping.
Yeah, amen.
All right, gentlemen, before we hit the news, there's a lot of little stories out there that really aren't worth covering in general, but the headlines are pretty damn funny. All right.
Yeah, nice.
So I've put together, in honor of like the old late 70s game shows, I put together a game called Complete the Headline. Right? I'm going to read you a headline and leave the last part out, and you guys come up with what you think might have happened.
We need to
Right.
continue my winning ways into
Oh,
2026.
here we go.
Okay.
Does
All
late
right.
changeover have HR?
Good luck. These are unwinnable. But if you do get one, I'll be like, holy shit. Was that me?
That was you.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
Oh,
I am on the new console, so I've got a bunch of buttons, and I was like, did I?
You're like, oh man,
Yeah.
fucking buttons.
All
Marty
right,
gets
gentlemen.
buttons.
Got 3 stories for you. You
All
ready?
right.
The first is from the saltysoldier.com. Okay. And these are actual headlines. I'm not bullshit making these up. All right. So the headline is an Army staff sergeant convicted at court martial for rarely prosecuted offense, which was what offense?
Rarely.
So he was
Rarely-
prosecuted for a rarely prosecutable offense.
It was a rarely prosecuted offense that he got convicted of.
I'm all over this.
All right.
So you got a minute to think about it. It's on the books. It's rarely ever used, but he pled. Let's see. Yep, he was convicted of it.
Oh my.
Yeah. So
I don't know what a. All right. Eric's first.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
All right. An Army staff sergeant convicted a court martial for a rarely prosecuted offense, which was what, Eric?
Sleeping with your neighbor's wife, adultery.
Oh, that's never prosecuted there in Army.
That is absolutely correct.
No. I
Thou
love how
shalt
it's rarely.
Thou
Holy
shalt
rarely
covenant your
prosecuted.
neighbor's wife.
An
In the
article.
neighborhood.
He was convicted of Article 134 on charges of extramarital sexual conduct.
Oh,
According to official court martial results, Staff Sergeant Nicholas Heskett was convicted on December 16th, 2025, after entering a guilty plea to 2 specifications under Article 134 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. The sentence included a reduction in rank to sergeant, consistent with the terms of a plea agreement. No confinement or punitive discharge was imposed. Holy, I am
Now,
left speechless at that.
the reason it was rarely prosecuted is normally it just stays amongst the E's
Right.
or the O's.
Correct.
He had a problem. He crossed over the O
he
barrier.
pissed somebody off. Yeah.
He's smushing some LTC's old lady.
or it was an officer's spouse.
exactly what I'm
Oh,
saying.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's smushing an officer's spouse.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Good
That was
start
amazing.
for the year, baby.
All right. Second headline is from
Eric's plus
Task
5.
from Task and Purpose. Jake, you'll be first up on this one.
Oh, okay, great.
A National Guard pilot admits to landing a Black Hawk helicopter to pick up what?
What state?
Montana.
My goodness.
He's picking up his hunting kill in Montana. He shot an elk, didn't want to pack it out. Fuck it, I'm gonna go in there and pick that thing up.
That's pretty damn close.
No? Is it the specific animal?
Well. I
Ugh.
think I want to give that to you, Eric. What is your guess?
I was going to say that because it's Montana and it's winter a
Strippers.
lot, they were picking up hay to distribute to other
Oh.
animals and farms.
Okay, no, that's wrong.
If it were in the South, I would say strippers, but Montana changed it to a hunting kill.
I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give this one to Jake
Whoa.
because he landed to pick up elk antlers, but they weren't his kill. So he did.
And I could see that.
They
Yeah,
were just
yeah.
shed. All right.
In May 2025, Montana Guard pilot Denny Lynn Draper landed his UH-60 Blackhawk on a private ranch at the foothills of the state's Crazy Mountains to recover elk antlers and a skull the crew had spotted from the air. Draper, a chief warrant officer 2 in the Guard, entered a no contest plea in a Montana court to trespassing charges over the incident for landing on private property and will pay a $500 fine, according to local media.
Wow.
Wow, you guys.
Smart guy.
He bought that elk skull for $500 then. And he has a cool story to tell about it.
And he's probably going to get, he'll probably get UCMJ out of it too. So
no, he won't get anything. He'll be like, you got me.
all right. So go deep into the mind, like what we were talking about before, Jake.
Do you think his call sign changed after that?
I do.
I don't know what to, but it's got to have something, man.
Yeah, right. Buck.
Great white hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Stolen valor.
Yeah,
That's not your kill.
Stolen hunter valor.
So,
Oh my God.
Racking.
All right, the third and final headline is also from the Salty Soldier. All right. An Army staff sergeant secretly recorded at least 17 people doing what? An Army staff sergeant secretly recorded at least 17 people doing what?
Audio or video?
Video
Okay.
and audio, I assume,
Oh,
along with the video.
this is Eric's first shot.
What
I don't
state
know.
was this one?
Doesn't say.
Okay.
But it was
Just
a
Army,
staff,
though.
he
Army
was a
is a
staff
good-
sergeant in the Army. And it was in, it does say Hawaii,
Oh,
Schofield Barracks.
17 people.
17 people.
All at the same time?
No.
oh
Separate
man.
incidents.
All right. I got something.
Need your answer, Eric.
Preparing drugs for distribution.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Marty's looking down for the button. Fucking.
I had the volume turned.
I
Oh,
get a plus
well.
point for that bullshit right there.
Mm.
Come on.
Jake, you could take it all home on the
Secret-
first installment.
Traditionally, when you're perving out like that, those guys get caught like recording people
I thought that was too
peeing
obvious.
or pooing or I'm gonna go with urinalysis?
Oh, Jake. I don't know. This is a lot like your last answer. I'll leave it up
It's
to
on the
Eric to
cusp.
decide. Army Staff Sergeant secretly recorded at least 17 people using the bathroom. Using his bathroom.
Well, I would give it to him. He was all in the right freaking arena.
Yeah, all right. All right, we'll give it to Jake. According to prosecutor staff,
bathroom, though.
using his bathroom. According to prosecutor staff sergeant Oscar Martinez, placed a hidden camera disguised as a phone charger inside the guest bathroom of his on-post residence on Schofield Barracks while living there between May 2022 and December 2023. The camera was used to secretly record individuals in various states of undress without their knowledge or consent.
What a goofball, man. Come on. That's
Every
not
time,
even
man.
cool.
Every time.
I mean, how do you like, hey, let's have some beers, man. And he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. As soon as you get out, he's like, oh, good to have you. See you later.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
And now he's like, this is the longest pee I've ever watched. Oh, God.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's out of
I
control.
know. I know. When you get millions of people in the military, you get stories like this. So
I'll tell you, for
There's
topics,
gotta
we
be
were pretty close
plenty
on
of
all three,
free-
man.
Yeah.
what? Say that again, Eric.
We had you covered on your 3 unidentifiable titles.
That's crazy. That
The
you guys-
perverted mind of veterans are more like the
I kind of thought there's no way. There's a million things you could guess here, right? You guys were right on. So. All right, we'll see if this series continues. So off to a banging start. So
Nice.
Yeah.
well done.
Maybe I'm going to
Congratulations,
judge my
Jake.
audience with this comment, but I don't have any desire. Maybe it's the fact that he secretly did that, but I'm not going to enjoy my company being like, oh, hell yeah, look at that.
What?
Like, no offense to I'm not saying my friends are ugly as shit, but no,
I don't even stare at them in the bathroom.
exactly, man.
No. Mm-mm.
But he went to the trouble to disguise a camera as a phone charger. Now, maybe that's really easy to do. I don't know what the size of cameras you
I
can get,
guess.
but a phone charger, I don't get it. So, well, it obviously fooled 17 people.
It's for those who need to do a quick charge with their phone. Put it in the bathroom.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, let's get to the actual news, shall we?
The actual news.
Yeah, the actual news. So this first story comes, and I'm curious about your opinion on this story, from Task and Purpose. So the Pentagon has ordered a review on effectiveness of women in combat jobs. So here we go. Right? Pentagon leaders are directing a review of the effectiveness of women in combat arms jobs, a move that comes nearly a decade after women got the right to serve in these roles. Pentagon Press Secretary, listen to this name, Kingsley Wilson. Right? That you think that's somebody who was raised in a double wide? I don't think so, man. Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson told Task and Purpose in a statement that the Institute for Defense Analysis is reviewing the quote-unquote effectiveness of women in ground combat roles. The Pentagon memo, originally reported by NPR and confirmed by Task and Purpose, calls for the Army and Marine Corps to submit data on ground combat troops, readiness, training, casualties, and deployability. Now, that's an interesting take, right? It's not whether you can carry a guy or you can make the PT test. It's like,
can you go?
Are they decertified, or can they go? Are they non-deployable for whatever reasons? Kingsley said, our standards for combat arms positions will be elite, uniform, and sex neutral because the weight of a rucksack or a human being doesn't care if you're a man or a woman. All right. So Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, he had said before he even got that job that he doesn't think women should be in combat. So this is obviously kind of an official but unofficial way to try to undo that. right?
The data reflects poor performance of the women in combat, so we're going to yank them.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many. I mean, according to NPR, approximately 3,800 women serve in the Army's infantry, armor, and artillery fields, and roughly 700 women serve in ground combat jobs in the Marine Corps. So, I don't know.
What about the Air Force?
Well, they had talked briefly about TACPs and combat controllers, but I don't know if we actually
female
have.
cops?
Oh, come on, dude.
Dude, we've
Female
lost
cops?
female cops in convoy ops in the
Well,
desert.
that's right. She,
Yeah.
What was? Well, she wasn't a cop. The
There
first
was
that
two
that female
that
who was the first female who got taken POW. Remember that? Way
Yes.
back when? But she was like an ILO.
No,
task.
I'm actually talking about security force women who were killed during the war, during the desert, doing convoy ops.
Oh,
Weapon
no kidding.
at
Yeah.
board, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
part of the security police museum now.
For whatever reason, they only met the article only mentioned
Army Marines.
the Army
Okay.
and Marines, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but that's valid though. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's valid.
I mean, those female security forces members now are doing the same thing as the men did, and the men have been placed in harm's way on a number of occasions.
Sure.
So,
Well, a few days after they did that story, then there was another story that came out, which was kind of a counter, or at least they interviewed some women to counter this. It was titled "Women in Ground Combat Jobs Say They Prove Their quote unquote effectiveness every day." Women who have served in combat arms for the last decade say a new Pentagon ordered review of their effectiveness is the latest frustrating chapter in what they say has been the theme of their careers, proving themselves capable in combat units on a daily basis. They worry that the Pentagon-wide review of the effectiveness of women in ground combat jobs could just be more of the same double standards and misinformation they live with every day. And it probably will be, to be
probably
honest.
have a great argument there.
Yeah, that
Chris-
seems kind of valid.
I mean, they're going to be, take a bunch of crap for that, right? Chris Fuhrer, a U.S. military academy graduate and former advisor to Army Forces Command on gender integration, said similar reviews and surveys have been done already. Between 2019 and 2023, the Army collected data on unit readiness, like individual soldiers' weapons qualifications, expert badges, crew training on weapons and other platforms, as well as platoons, combat training center performances. They gathered this data for 5 years and never saw a single problem. So here we go. And in a way, I kind of hope that they don't find anything, because if they're meeting the standard and they go to, I don't know, they're not gender neutral yet, but the 100 women or whatever it is who have graduated Ranger School, I'm pretty sure they could make that standard. You know what I mean? So I kind of hope they don't. I bet they start picking at like deployability and time off and stuff like that. So, but
It's funny.
Go
From
ahead.
back in the day when the question was, can women be put in combat?
Yeah,
I too was against it. I have
me too.
since changed my thoughts and agree that if the woman is capable, I don't think it requires anything other than put them in position. Let's go.
I agree.
Make it happen.
I agree. But if there's any, and this is for any guy too, if there's any suspicion that they got there not the right way or by meeting all the gates, then whatever unit that's going to be, and it doesn't even need to be a combat unit. We had somebody certified on the floor, and they're like, "That guy made more errors than I've ever seen." We would, we'd be all over him too. So
the ambiguity of it all is pretty frustrating, because a woman can pull a trigger as well as a man. The question comes in, and it was back in the day, was will a man operate the same way he would if the person behind him was a man and not a woman?
Well,
would he take different actions based on her gender versus a man's gender?
I remember that argument, and that was a valid argument. But now we're 10 years past that.
That's right.
And maybe it's not the same. Maybe we're more oh goddamn, what was that movie?
Integrated. I think we're more integrated now.
Well, yeah.
It's more acceptable now.
Yeah, and we're beyond that. Hey, can she carry me out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you carry me out? And it's like, no.
Yeah, right. There'd be a lot of question on what man could carry another man out.
Right. Damn, what was the sci-fi movie with where they were fighting the bugs, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Starship Troopers.
Starship,
yeah.
where they're taking showers together and the whole 9 yards.
I mean, I guess that's the whole point, right?
That's the only reason I read the book.
It's the only reason I watched the movie.
My statement didn't make any sense at all. That's why. The co-ed shower scene in the book was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Right on.
You got such a vivid imagination. Oh, they recreated it in the movie very well.
Yes, they did.
They didn't put Denise Richardson in there. Was that her name? Denise Richardson?
She was the pilot, the officer.
Yeah. But they had Diz.
Diz was all in
rare form. All right, Diz.
I remember it, but I guess I should have done my research for this podcast.
Well, come on, Jake. You got to be a well-rounded.
I'm going to do. Look up a history story. Watch the shower scene in Starship Troopers.
There you go. I'd much rather do that. Yep. Give us a blow-by-blow, play-by-play of the show.
But then again, if you go, I think the military is used to it by now. If they prove themselves, that they do as they meet all the same standards as a man, then nobody's going to have a problem with it. However, as we walk down through some of these stories, there is a lot of knuckleheads in the military.
You hope that some of these old school guys like me who had that freaking
belief are all retired. We're all retired.
Well, you'd like to think that there's a new way of thinking about women in combat. So
right.
I've certainly changed my mind about it. I have.
Well, congratulations.
Well, it takes a lot to admit you were wrong.
Jake, a couple months ago, we got Eric to admit that maybe there are some conspiracies around going on. Now look at him. He's like a women's advocate.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch politics too, for Christ's sake.
Oh, my God. Look at the growth on Late for Changeover. See what you get from listening to the show?
Yeah.
Normally it's just a weird mole, but here it's emotional growth.
Nice.
Well, let's have some good news. We haven't had a good news story, or at least an attaboy story in a long time, right?
I like it.
I ran across this from military.com. Coast Guard seized $4 billion worth of narcotics in record-setting year in 2025.
Baby Coast Guard.
United States Coast Guard saw big results in 2025, highlighted by a record high number of narcotics-related seizures. U.S. Coast Guard forces operating in the East Pacific and Caribbean last year achieved the largest annual maritime drug interdiction results in service history, seizing more than 511,000 pounds of narcotics valued at more than $3.8 billion.
What's the inflation on that?
I don't know. Right.
Give me the 2024 cost or 2023
is that distributor price or is that street price?
Street value.
Yeah,
come on.
Street value. Come on. Where are you going?
Well, and they had to apprehend that thing before Trump blew the boat up.
Blew it up.
They had to make a quick move.
He seriously cut into their profit margin at the end of the year.
It's like, damn
it, $8 billion,
there's another $75,000 on that boat, man.
Come on, boys.
Count it anyway.
Stop flying around drawing ho-ho-hos and dicks and just get the drugs every damn time.
That's true. They may have cracked $5 billion if they hadn't been out there.
My goodness.
Officials said the seizures prevented more than 193 million potential lethal doses from reaching the U.S., adding that counter drug and law enforcement operations saved American taxpayers over $10 billion in avoided costs. And how you figure avoided costs, but all right. Included over included over $2.3 billion in healthcare costs just from cocaine interdictions. A U.S. Coast Guard spokesman told military.com that the service's average annual seizure weight prior to 2025 was 167,000 pounds. And they got 511 last year. 511,000 pounds. So almost triple, quadruple.
That's a whole lot of coca plants.
That's a lot. U.S. Coast Guard officials credit different operations and vessels that resulted in a record-setting year of maritime operations. So, you know how we always bemoan the operation names and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Coast Guard's doing it up, man. One operation called Operation Pacific Viper, right? Launched in August 2025 and sent U.S. forces to the Eastern Pacific to stop cartels and criminal organizations by interdicting drugs and illegal aliens before reaching domestic shores. In about a 2-month span, Operation Pacific Viper has successfully resulted in the seizure of more than 100,000 pounds of cocaine.
Ooh, nice.
An average of more than 1,600 pounds interdicted daily. The seizures led to U.S. apprehension of 86 individuals suspected of narco trafficking behaviors. Along with the copious amounts of drugs interdicted in various waterways, U.S. Coast Guard also touted deterring and or transporting more than 11,000 illegal aliens across the over 100,000 miles of U.S. border patrolled by the service. A specific mission launched in March 2025 and called Operation Border Trident.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Hey, by the way, I am starting a protest. We're going to cruise out to the Pacific, and we're going to protest the fact that we're stopping these illegals from coming in and making a living. We're going to stop them from making, a great living at selling drugs. I think we should go out and immediately start to protest and tell ICE to get stuck out as well.
Well, if you're a Midwest housewife, you might get shot. If you're not, you might be okay.
My plan is to stand on there with a cardboard box where I wrote the note, "Get out." And just,
I thought you were going to get in your SUV. And
no,
here we go.
I'm going to be a non-effective protester. I'm not effective. He's just
that was rough.
An easily distracted protester. He'd be like, "Hey, Eric, you want something to drink?" He's like, "Oh yeah,
let's go."
Yeah,
get back out there. And you're like, tone it down, baby.
He's got cocoa. Dude,
I brought that up just
to
to highlight the world's politics right now about how stupid I think we are with some of the protesting that we do. Okay.
You mean the paid protesting that's being done?
Oh,
exactly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Regardless, people are stupid, even if they're being paid to come on, man.
Oh yeah. Well, they think they can get away with it, but
it's retarded.
Did you see that shot? That shot was awesome.
Oof.
Okay. Operation Border Trident, meant to combat transnational terrorist and criminal organizations and illegal alien activity in the California coastal region to curb the flow of illegal maritime migration. Interdictions in the region increased 44% over 2024 levels. So they went after those crossings by sea out by California.
Yeah, I had to do it a different way.
Yeah. Among the other aspects touted from his 2025 performance, this is the end of the EPR here. So among the other aspects touted from his 2025 performance were the service's highest recruiting increases since 1991, aid provided during flash flooding events in different pockets of the country. That's true. They were all over the place, right?
That's cool, yeah.
Saving 5,220 lives, assisting 19,437 people, and saving or assisting more than 1.02 billion in, I don't know. I didn't write the rest of it.
It does read very similar to
an EPR, right?
I don't know, like a 3-striper at 2 stops.
Yeah.
Yes. We did all this
single-handedly.
Single-handedly. He never left the air conditioning, dude. Yeah, but somebody microwaved salmon that day. It was an austere environment.
No. There you go. Could have blown any time.
Without being told to do it, he went and cleaned it up. So self-started.
The freaking Coasties are freaking okay in my book, man.
Yeah, good job,
Coasties. The damn Coasties.
Yeah, good job. Oh. Good job. Again, good job.
Yeah.
Now stop burning jet fuel.
Drawing thing in the sky. Phallics, symbols.
All right. This one I've been waiting for. So I'm going to give you this one from the saltysoldier.com, right? Yeah, get ready for this one. All right. An account claiming Fort Bragg ties advertises in-person sexual services online. Okay. So this is kind of two articles combined. I'll address them. An online account active across several military-themed online communities appears to be advertising explicit sexual services for cash, while repeatedly claiming an association with Fort Bragg, raising potential legal and military accountability concerns. The account, operating under the numerous Mamacita accounts, has been active for months in not safe for work forums, promoting her OnlyFans and allegedly illegal prostitution. In comment threads and replies, the user frequently referenced staff duty, military ranks, inspection, and installation life, often engaging directly with commenters who identified themselves as officer and senior enlisted persons.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, buddy. Users interacting with the account were directed to private messaging platforms, including Telegram, where a digital menu was shared upon request. That menu listed various services alongside specific prices and time durations, right? Including offerings that appear to involve in-person sexual acts. The menu also included links to third-party payment services and promoted a subscription-based adult content platform advertising discounts for subscribers.
Nice.
Oh, I'll show you that menu here in a little bit.
Everybody enjoys a good coupon.
Well, sure. She may even have a Groupon, but you never know. So this is the first part, and then I'm going to read you the defense part, right? Many of the original posts have since been deleted by either the user or moderators, but archived comments and interaction histories remain visible, showing a consistent pattern of directing users off into private channels. Under North Carolina law, advertising sexual acts for money may constitute prostitution, regardless of whether the act ultimately occurs. That's it, right? So that's solicitation, right? If the individual behind the account is an active duty service member, the conduct could also raise issues under the UCMJ, including potential violations related to conduct unbecoming and actions prejudicial to good order and discipline. So the Salty Soldier came out with that story on the January 7th. Then a story the next day came out on the 8th, which was headlined, Active Duty Fort Bragg Soldier Claims Online Sex Ads Were Part of a Secret Operation. Army confirms she's under investigation. So this is the next day. Salty Soldier came out with this. Active duty U.S. Army assigned to Fort Bragg has contacted Salty Soldier following publication of a report documenting online advertisements for in-person services tied to military-themed social media communities, claiming the activity was part of a covert overseas operation. After publication, the soldier who requested removal of the article contacted the Salty Soldier directly and asserted that the online activity referenced in the reporting was not prostitution, but instead part of an authorized mission she claimed she could not explain.
You're going down.
In a written message to the Salty Soldier, the soldier stated that she was, quote, overseas on mission, that the online advertisements and narratives were intentionally false, and that she routinely changed locations in her posts to avoid meeting requests. She further claimed the activity was tied to an investigation and warned that continuing reporting could jeopardize her role and lead to reassignment. In her message, the soldier claimed she was overseas on mission and denied the possibility of in-person meetings. However, after the publication contacted her using the Telegram account publicly listed on her Reddit profile, a menu advertising paid services, which included what appeared to be oral, vaginal, and anal sex, was immediately sent to the Salty Soldier through that same Telegram account. Just so we're clear of what we're talking about, here's the menu that Mamacita was sent, right, through the Telegram account. Okay. So
that's got her PayPal and everything. Nice.
Yeah, well, I like where it's Cash App, which is Mamacita on duty. It's PayPal, it's Mamacita off duty. I don't know what that means, but
The oral is funny and swallowing.
3.5 minutes.
That requires a lot
Jesus.
more time.
3.5 minutes. Like, that's impressive skill. Like, all right, man, it's almost worth the
I guess you got to know your
$30.
you
Just
got
to
know
see if
your
you can make it.
stats,
3
right?
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
3.5
come
minutes.
on.
That's a pretty exacting amount of time to pay
Oh my
for
goodness.
$30. So, but she claims it's all part of an op, right?
Is that the
All part of
coupon price or is that the normal price?
Go back to the menu one more time.
Oh,
There was what is cash? Oh, it's all one word.
yeah.
Cash app.
Cash app,
Mamacita on
Mamacita
duty.
on duty.
Got it. I was
Or-
like, what is that gibberish?
Or
PayPal.
Eric, you can use PayPal for Mamacita off duty. Right.
I'm good.
Okay. Just what you got those down? You got
Yep.
did you
I
write
wrote
those?
them down.
All right, very good.
For
Very
sure.
good. For research.
For science, of course.
Of course. Of course.
When asked to provide documentation supporting her mission claim, she did not provide orders, verification, or identify any command, agency, or authority directing such activity. The messages were sent from a social media account that showed recent public activity reflecting her military service within the United States, including posts indicating she had been assigned once to Fort Carson, Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah. In her messages to the salty soldier, the soldier provided screenshots of alleged text conversations, including one she described as coming from a supervisor who purportedly assured her she would not, quote unquote, pop up on any sites. Other screenshots showed messages from individuals she claimed were senior officers who appeared to be aggressively pursuing in-person meetings. The soldier did not provide context or verification for the screenshots, but claimed that all of her online activity was conducted to attract the targets, end quote. I follow and applaud what you do, she wrote. I'm just asking nicely to remove this because it will mess up my investigation and I will be relocated, she wrote to
I'm going to
the
ask you
salty soldier.
nicely.
That's a smart move, though.
Yeah, it does make you pause, doesn't it? You're like,
It cost you
yeah.
$30. Got
Maybe.
$30?
I mean,
It cost $30.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure
good
she's got a
move.
punch card program, too. If she's
Well-
got coupons, there's a punch card program.
Could be.
You visit 5 times.
The soldier has not responded since being asked to provide documentation substantiating her claim that the activity was mission related. The Army has confirmed that the soldier's unit has been notified and that an investigation has begun. The salty soldier will update this report if additional verified information becomes available.
We're definitely going to follow up on this. I want to see how the outcome of this. I'd love to know.
So I thought we'd come up with something to replace Butch and Sonny. Now we can see how this
Uh.
one is going to progress. So
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
buddy.
we'll see what the future holds for Mamacita.
Mm.
Right?
Crazy.
Eric, I think you're the only one who did any homework, so good on you. Thank you. But what is Unheralded History for tonight?
Cool. Now I got a good one for you. So in I don't know what, the 4 years that we've been talking, we have never once talked about active deserters in a combat situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is that not true?
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
we ever
true.
have, right?
No, we've
I
never
don't think
talked
we
about
have.
So during Vietnam, this isn't really a confirming of anything. It's more of a legend that this occurred.
Okay.
So let me give you this thing.
it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Go
it
on.
remains one of the strangest and most unsettling, unsolved mysteries of the Vietnam War. Now, with
Whoa.
that said, that statement makes it sound like it's very true. So the stories were too strange to be true, and at first, no one believed them.
Okay.
American patrols in Vietnam returned from the jungle near the DMZ and along the Laotian border, swearing they'd seen 2 Westerners fighting for the enemy. Commanders dismissed it
Whoa.
as confusion, jungle fever, or fever, PTSD.
Jungle fever.
Yeah. But the
That's a
sightings
whole
kept
different
coming
fever.
again and again, starting in 1967.
A lot more than 3.5 minutes, that's for sure.
Pretty
Little
sure that's
more.
on my shot record right next to yellow fever.
Right on. Each one echoed the same impossible detail. A 2-man team, 1 white, 1 black, was moving with deadly precision under the banner of the North Vietnamese Army. What
Whoa.
began as a rumor hardened into an awful truth. Somewhere out there, 2 Americans had switched sides.
Ah.
The turncoats came to be known as Salt and Pepper.
Ah.
They moved with a skill that made them almost untouchable. They left a trail of confusion, theft, and violence that remains unsolved and refuses to fade from the annals of the Vietnam War. At first, the sightings were whispered about but rarely written down. Some took place around Tet, 1968.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Air crews and ground troops near Duc Pho reported spotting 2 non-Vietnamese men, both with dark skin, working with the communist North Vietnamese helicopter teams, caught glimpses of them on at least 2 occasions. On one mission, a crew chief had the chance to shoot one, but held off, believing the man might be a lost American cut off from his unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There were some beliefs that these 2 guys were French Foreign Legionnaires left from early on when
That makes
France
sense.
occupied
Sure.
Vietnam.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nobody can confirm. Salt and Pepper were highly skilled in stealing American supplies and transportation equipment, and they spread anti-American propaganda. But Marine First Recon patrols reported shocking information. They had spotted the duo deep inside enemy territory, fighting alongside NVA units, wearing enemy uniforms and carrying AK-47 rifles. After 1969, operatives from MACV and the Phoenix program logged repeated encounters with a black and white team that were embedded with enemy units. Some reports placed them near American and Arvon prisoners who were being used as rice mules, carrying equipment, food. Yeah.
Mhm.
The mystery took a surreal turn October 16th, 1970. A man presumed to be Pepper walked directly into LC's Snoopy, wearing tiger stripes and name tags stitched in Vietnamese, People's Party, and the Blackest Kong. Blackest Kong, C-O-N-G. He carried a gas mask bag filled with grenades.
C-O-N-G.
He tried to convince soldiers to frag their superiors. When the men didn't comply, Pepper went into the mess hall and made a speech calling the U.S. government to be overthrown. He was quickly arrested. The MPs brought him to Chu Lao. Some say he was later sent to Fort Leavenworth. No further information on it.
What?
Yep. Intelligence units in November of 1970 logged an incident codenamed Gingerbread, in which enemy forces blasted recordings of real artillery fire in order to confuse or jam U.S. communications. The operation was credited to SALT. A month later, 2 MACV advisors were flagged down by a Black American in Korean fatigues who wanted a ride to Quang Nai. He then aimed his rifle at them, refused help, and disappeared back into an Arvin truck, refueling speculation as him as Pepper. So these guys donned back and forth.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yet, despite the documentation, arrests, and endless speculation, the truth remains buried under layers of secrecy. More than half a century later, the legend of Salt and Pepper endures. It remains one of the strangest and most unsettling unsolved mysteries of the Vietnam War.
Really?
Yeah.
There was no
That is cool.
explanation or nothing?
What
From that?
is the speculation on the black guy is based on his race, and during the 1960s, America treated him like shit. So did white soldiers. So he went to the other side.
I can get that, but
Right?
working with the white guy?
Well, French Foreign Legion makes a lot of sense too, honestly.
Agreed. Yeah, the
That
white
makes-
guy.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
They said
if
the
they're
white
fighting
guy-
together in the Foreign Legion or fighting together
Sure.
somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
And the white
Yeah.
guy was supposedly just disgruntled with the fact that he was drafted,
No,
possibly
understandable.
drafted.
Understandable.
So you got 2 guys that say, I'm not going to fight for this side. We're going over the other side. And then there's speculation that the black guy married a Laotian woman and had a child, spotted in the early 80s. It just goes on and on. But it's a hell of a story, isn't it?
That's a hell
Yeah,
of a
that's
story, dude.
pretty
That's
good.
awesome.
They raised Cain if it's true.
Yeah.
But
dude.
again,
How did you find that? That's great.
just looking, just
Yeah,
researching.
that's
I love
wild.
those small groups of like special ops guys that are just out there doing
Yeah,
crazy
doing whatever they want.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Oh,
think
those
about how
stories are
easy it would have
awesome.
been for them to approach friendly lines, talking good English.
Sure, of course, right.
You know,
Oh yeah, you could steal all kinds of stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Man.
You have
You'd
a
be
U.S.
shot at.
uniform.
Spot as
You could just
shot as a
walk right
spy,
in.
but heck yeah.
But to go, Jake, what you were talking about with the special ops, just like Unbound. I mean, remember like at the end of Black Hawk Down where they have Eric Bana on, he's like, I'm going back out there. And they're like, what are you going? He's like, we still got men out there. And he just goes. I mean, was it really just, you can just do what you want, dude.
Yeah.
Check in like once a month and go make hay, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, Vietnam, you're not going to have to freaking check your emails to report back.
No, and
Right?
it just seemed like the whole command was just like, let's just get through this thing, man.
Well, and think about everybody
Get
that was
stuff done.
unaccountable. All the bodies that were unaccountable. They didn't
Right,
find
right.
them. Man, who knows?
Well, I'm going to go way out on a limb here, but I'm sure over the last 20
CIA.
years with Afghanistan and Iraq, you got Blackwater running around or Black Rock, whatever it was, and just guys in civilian clothes, but were they military and they just doing their own thing? Who knows how much unauthorized stuff was happening out there? And that's modern times, right?
There was that U.S. guy that was fighting with the
Taliban.
Well, Taliban, yeah, the ginger beard guy, yeah. But then also there's who are the guys on the Turkish border and Iraq?
Oh,
area?
the Kurds.
Kurds.
The Kurds. Yeah, the Kurds.
Yeah, there was a
right.
couple of U.S. guys that went over there and fought with them.
Yeah,
and they weren't even U.S. military. They just
in this just recently, the American who's fighting for Ukraine, right?
Yeah,
that the Russians killed, right? And they came out and they're like, "Hey, sorry about that," or whatever it was. But we got Americans everywhere.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if you had 2 active deserters in Vietnam. I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Not more than that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, right.
You got a lot of people that were pissed off for a lot of justifiable reasons.
Yeah.
No, the government was so bad. The government was so bad during that time, man. They didn't care. Well, I'm sure they cared, but they're like, well, we can't do anything about it. I mean,
and like you guys said, it does make sense that you might have deserted from the French Foreign Legion before.
They were there
French
prior to that.
Yeah. Pull out.
Yeah. And if they set up ground, I'm like, they set up ties down there.
Yep.
When was that? It'd be easy to do.
According to your story, Eric, when was the first time that they were encountered? Because you said 70, right?
1967 was the first time they were encountered.
Years, these guys are just
running around. Yeah,
with these guys. Wow,
they saw them around 68, around Tet, but the first guys reports of those guys came back. It was in 67.
Wow,
starting in 1967.
Yeah, that's not crazy difficult to believe that's true.
No,
not at all.
It is interesting, though, that we haven't been able to establish some type of identity. There was an article, and I was looking at this one, that actually claims there were 2 soldiers that fit the identity of those being told, the descriptions. And they narrowed it down and had an actual picture of a white Marine and a black Marine in dress uniforms. But there's no confirmation that they were salt and pepper.
What happened when he was arrested at the when he came into the chow hall?
Yeah,
you said he was arrested, right? But then it just, I guess they let him go, or
because it says here he was quickly arrested. The MPs brought him to Chu Lai. Some say he was later sent to Fort Leavenworth, but the saga continued. No further notes.
Yeah,
nothing. Looks like it was all swept under the rug.
Operation.
Yeah, who knows?
Just to keep us over there for longer.
Been many of those guys. You never know, right?
Yeah. Sightings even persisted as of late as in 74. Salt reportedly was seen near Song V River ferry crossing, and Pepper was in a truck near Quang Nagai province. So people were thinking they were starting to see him all over the place then.
Yeah, now people are talking. They're like, I think I see that.
Yeah,
it's a legend. Yetis,
Yeah, now it's Sasquatch. Right.
Yep.
I think it's interesting though that they didn't get shot by their own side, like the
Being
Vietnamese
American.
or the
Yeah.
Laotians.
Yeah.
Oh, just on
Oh,
accident.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just by accident. It was
You
like,
know?
oh, those guys are trying to impersonate us. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, or wearing our uniforms. Absolutely. Yeah. that
Or
could happen.
confused with Mac V Saw guys because they
Yeah.
wore sketchy uniforms. They were
Yeah.
out fighting with Laotians. They were out.
Yeah, they were
running
switching
with
sides all the
crews of
time,
people
too.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking salt and pepper.
I love it.
It's an interesting article, to say the least.
That's a fun one, dude.
That's
Yeah.
cool, Eric. Well done for
All right.
the only one doing the homework. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake won our first complete the headline. Eric, you did a great job on
Freaking new year, new leaf in your face, Eric.
Oh, that's right.
There'll be
That's
new
right. That's the
reports.
first game we played. That's the first game we played this year.
I got my
0-1.
first win in the books, and now it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Coasting, baby.
We're going to track that.
0-1.
And by the way, I think I miscounted. I think we're well over 100 episodes.
Oh, nice.
There
I
we
think
go.
we're like
That would make
107, something
sense.
like that. So
That's
There you
crazy.
go.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe I can whittle it back down to 100. But I was counting. I was like, we're way far away. And then I was counting it before Christmas. I was like, oh no.
Gotta like it.
Yeah, dude. That's fun.
So maybe we'll just come up with a random number. And like, we reached 117.
Yeah, because we forgot to count.
Because this guy forgot to count.
We're highly talented.
Eric and I aren't counting either. So you're
No, that's fair. That's fair. But I don't put that on you. I put
Yeah.
that on me.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm just immensely happy that you guys show up every week. So, and on that note, we're going to end up for today, baby. Get Jake a break so he can go nurse his cold.
Yeah.
But on behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, and subscribe, or do one of those three, and let us know how we did in the comments. Make sure next week that you are not
Late for changeover.
There you go. Kaz, if you got a request, I can go for a floral flannel print. I can go for a different one.
Oh yeah,
Just submit a color and I'll pull
I like
something
it.
out for you.
Why don't
I like
you like yeah, that's
This
that's
is
a
a
good one.
classic.
That's a very
Classic.
good one. Yeah, that is a classic. Yeah, that's almost like a trucker flannel.
Oh, trucker flannel.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, 70s.
Pull that one
That's all.
out.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
And in fact, when you were talking about Corolla, that was one of the bits where he talks about the 70s, how truckers were so romantically, you know, on all the movies, you know, being a
Yeah.
trucker was a shit.
Yeah.
And then it shifted to the 80s, and truckers were all the killers,
Dirty perverts.
right?
Hooking up in
Wait,
the
We
parking
moved
lot.
from the 70s, it was such an honorable profession, to the 80s, it was like, oh, they're kidnapping people.
These guys are just lonely perverts. Come on.
CB or no CB.
Yeah, exactly.
Prostitution rings and truck stops. Come on.
Well, yeah, right.
Jeez,
Well, what are you
man.
talking about, Eric? God,
Eric, what are you talking about?
come on,
Come on.
man.
Little shuffling of the ladies from truck to truck.
Dude, I gotta earn my Christmas bonus somehow, man. I got dibs on that Pueblo Loves.
I got it.
Some good
I
ones.
got it. Right on.
Yeah, Bucky's is run too tight. You got to go back
Buc-ee's,
down to the
no
lows.
way. Yeah, Pilot,
Yeah,
Look.
Bucky's is a tight ship.
Flying J's, whores. Worst of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel, man.
Flying J.
I don't know. I just pulled one of them out.
That's a good one. Gentlemen, thanks for the week, and all you listening and watching. Thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you next week. Fucking Flying J.